Hello subscribers and members. Welcome to Real Life. I'm looking forward to producing a weekly brief update to let you know what you can look forward to in the coming weeks and months on Real Life. A bit of background. I've been a professional photographer and videographer for over 35 years. It's work that's truly rewarding and has taken me to many places around the globe. It has been quite eye-opening at times, whether seeing the relics of long-disappeared cultures, wondrous displays of nature, or terrible conflict.
Wrong up.
As a young child, I watched Neil Armstrong take the first steps on the moon on a black and white TV. I was equally fascinated by local newscasts. In school, I was thrilled when the teacher would wheel out the cart with a pale green Bell & Howell 60mm projector into the classroom. It meant an educational film of some kind. At 16, I bought my first still camera, a truly basic 110 pocket camera that produced terribly average photos. That same year, I took a half-day course on film projector operation, courtesy of the National Film Board office in Calgary. In the early 1980s, video had replaced film in news gathering. TV station cameramen traded in their Canon Scoopix 16mm film cameras for the first-gen Sony Betacams. VHS and Betamax replaced 8mm film projectors. It was only a few years later that I began collecting 16mm and 8mm amateur movies. I couldn't stand seeing these old reels simply being tossed in a landfill because nobody wanted them. In the past 30 years, my collection has grown to several thousand reels from all around the globe, organized and databased. To be clear, I'm merely the custodian of these wonderful pieces of history. In time, they will find a new home, likely to the appropriate archives, wherever they may be. 2 years ago, as the pandemic began, my camera work stopped rather suddenly. I decided to produce these episodes to stay positive and sharp. I felt that many of these old reels had plenty of interest. So, Real Life was created. Since then, I've produced over 750 episodes, adding them to my existing library of motorsport coverage from my days as track videographer at Race City in Calgary and stringer for Canadian and American broadcasters and my Planes, Trains, and Other Cool Stuff series as well. In total, there are currently some 1,100 episodes. With each update, we'll look at an episode from my back catalog. Today we'll be looking at episode 34, uploaded on 1 April 2020. This 1934 reel shows the smoldering hulk of the cruise liner Morro Castle the day after it ran aground on the beach at Asbury Park, New Jersey, captured from the perspective of a local citizen. The shipboard fire resulted in the loss of life of 135 passengers and crew. This reel came from an estate sale in California quite a few years back, and like so many other reels I have, was completely unmarked. The cinematographer, unknown. This reel took several days of research before I succeeded in figuring out what I was looking at. Movie Tone produced a newsreel of the tragedy, but home movie footage is somewhat scarce. The backstory of this disaster is quite interesting. You'll find the link below for this episode, and many sources online for details of the disaster. I hope you'll appreciate this 88-year-old reel of a tragic shipping calamity. Click on the link below to view it. Thank you for watching. I look forward to your feedback, and we'll see you next time on Real Life.